Yo, what's up, beautiful people? Thank you so much again for stopping by to the team. Brian, if you're new to our channel, do it as theoretically. Do subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button. Join our community, and I'm really going to appreciate it. Guys, first of all, I really thank you guys for the kind of massive support that you've shown on my previous video that I did. Yeah, if you could notice in the video, was not that much prepared, but I had something to talk about. I wanted to literally tell you what I'm doing, but others complain like you didn't exactly tell us what you're doing. Yeah, I told you I work with the Parliamentary Service Commission, and I think I'm going to particularly do a video for that, like particularly to talk about that job that I'm doing, guys. So in our today's video, I'm gonna, well, it's going to be like a story or an advice to you, or unsolicited advice to you guys on why you should travel to Qatar. I'm putting the title to Qatar, but I'm generally talking about any other country apart from the country that you're staying now, like in your home country. So I'm talking about Dubai, there is Poland, there is Qatar, there is Saudi Arabia, there is Oman, there is Jordan, there is name them, Iraq, all those countries, Kuwait and Bahrain. Those are the countries that I'm talking about, where people or the immigration agencies can easily take you to. So guys, first of all, as you know, I relocated to Kenya permanently. Now I'm in Kenya, working. This is my place that I have moved into, yeah, like a few months ago, and a lot has been happening. It's very hard to settle in Kenya. Ni ngumu sana. Life is not easy back home. Things are really tough. Taxes are killing us. Everything is just really tough. So I'm gonna start picking up from my own perspective, my own story, or my own point of view. Let me say that word. So guys, I remember when I traveled to Qatar, that was like 2018. Yeah, I was a nobody, fresh from high school. Went to college, tried a few things, things were really hard. Then the opportunity of me traveling to Qatar came in. Yeah, at first, I took it, lightly. Like, of course, traveling out, you think like you're going to, become a millionaire in the next minute and all those guys. So, fast forward, I traveled into the country. I've worked there for 4 years, and it has built me a lot. So why should I advise you who are watching me to travel to Qatar? Number one thing, Qatar or these other countries, they create opportunity for you. Let me talk of Qatar. I think I'm more familiar with Qatar because I've lived in Qatar. First, they create opportunities for you. Somebody may ask that question like, you're telling us about why we should travel to Qatar. Have you told us on how we are going to travel to Qatar? Guys, if you go down to my videos, and I think I'll talk about it, I've talked about on how to travel to Qatar using agencies, applying these jobs online on job boards, going into companies like Qatar Airways. They have a website that they recruit directly from. So that is roughly on how you can go to Qatar. So why should you go to Qatar? Number one, it creates opportunities. For me, I remember 2018, I was a nobody, but now I'm somebody. Guys, I'm working with the Parliamentary Service Commission. Why? Because of the kind of connection that I created, the kind of opportunities I found that I was chasing. Number two thing, Qatar will build you, both your mind, physically, and financially. You're earning, the challenges you are away in a foreign country. It's you to adjust, meeting new people, new ideas. It builds you in a big way. Through Qatar, I started this YouTube channel thing, and it's really paying me. Yeah. YouTube has been paying me for 2 years now. It's not huge money here, but it's money that I can count on. So it creates and builds you. That is why I could advise you to travel to the Middle East or to Qatar for work. Yeah, there's other things that you can find. A lot of people have traveled out and they've made it. Look at that guy, famously known as the Metro guy. Metro. 3 months contract. Now he's somebody. Brands are all over, following up all those things, and a lot of people who have traveled to Qatar, who have traveled to Dubai, started their own restaurants, found out ideas, they're doing great things, and they're doing well. That is another thing of why you should travel to Qatar. Another thing is Qatar is a tax-free country. So the salary that you're earning, it's going into your bank accounts, like fully. That is one thing that I should advise you to start thinking of moving out. If you have a stable job and all those things, and somebody may ask like, why did you move out of the country? If you think all these things that you're telling us, guys, I'm going to do a separate video. I tell you why I moved from Qatar on abroad. I talked about it like kidogo ile ya kuguzia, but I'm going to do a full coverage of why I left Qatar. I left Qatar. Yeah, so if you have a stable job here, I can't of course advise you. Your job is earning well and all those things, and you have your own plans. I'm not, you know, I'm not giving this to you, or I'm not how can I use it? Kizungu imepotea. Yeah, this video is not meant for you. This video is meant for that desperate person who wants to travel to Qatar, who sees things are not really doing well. You want to travel out to all these countries that I've mentioned earlier. Yeah. So another thing that why you should go to Qatar is that Qatar is a bridge for people to travel to other countries. I know friends who have moved from Qatar to Poland, from Qatar to Canada, from Qatar to Germany. Somebody like Angie Aoko. You can visit her channel and she will you will know how she moved, you know, to Germany later. Yeah, some of my friends who have, you know, married while in Qatar. So Qatar, I can say, is a bridge between you and your dreams. Yeah, count it as a bridge, guys. And I'm not advising you to go and lock your mind and just feel comfortable in Qatar. No, it's high time that you know that Qatar is a bridge to your destiny. I can say like that. So yeah, you can use Qatar and link out to travel to other countries. I think I've talked about that in my previous videos. You can use your agencies, you can use websites and all those things. You can, you know, go down, settle and dig into on how you can move to other countries from Qatar. I think, guys, I've exhausted much of what I wanted to say, and apart from this, I would like to add that Qatar, it's more cheaper to live in Qatar than living even in Kenya, because for the last 3 months I've been in Kenya. Life have been, you know, like, what is happening? You wake up, you're using money on transport, you're using money on food, you're using money on again transport back home. You're using money on, you know, bills like electricity, water bills, a lot of things. Yeah, and like in Qatar, transport is almost free, man. Paying 2 riyal, maybe using a metro, and not all the times that you use a taxi, and companies provide transportation to and from work. You see, food is not that expensive in Qatar. I've come to realize that. Bills and all they have. Nobody have ever asked me to pay for electricity for the last 3 years, 4 years I've been in Qatar. Nobody has asked me to pay for water for the last 3 years I've been in Qatar, 4 years I've been in Qatar, almost 5 years, 4 years and several months. So guys, I think living in Qatar is more cheaper than living here in our country. Sorry to say that. That's why actually I should advise you to move to Qatar. We have a free medical insurance that is from the companies, and like here in Kenya, yeah, we have an insurance that, you know, doesn't cover for all those things. Like in Qatar, the medical insurance covers everything. In case Kahoma, I will go to hospital with my insurance or the health card. I will be treated. I'll pay almost zero, you know, penny. So unlike Kenya, I think it's more cheaper to live in these other countries, and also the mode of the system itself. Like you're coming from work, going home, eating, and the next thing you want to sleep. Maybe go to gym, walk around the park, and come back. You know, like here, there's a lot happening. Kama wewe ni mtu wa sherehe, Kenya is so difficult to live. Kama wewe ni mtu, you know, you spend a lot. It's very difficult to live in Kenya. You can bear me witness with that. So guys, I think it's high time, if you are thinking of going to Doha, Qatar, it's high time you start planning that, guys. So anyway, I think if you have any question that you want me to address or talk about, feel free to comment down in the comment section. Yeah, I love you guys and I really do appreciate. See you in my next video. Bye.